Can I start with when I began my career? I began my banking career in 1965, and it was with Bank Rakyat Indonesia. It was a state bank. I owe the Bank Rakyat the career opportunities that they gave me. So I had started as a novice, and with the training that they gave, the opportunities that I had to go to the branches, to go to the regional office, and eventually to be stationed in New York, and the appointment as a member of the board of directors had been my formative years as a banker. So then in 1998, came the financial crisis of Asia, and Bank Central Asia came under pressure. The financial crisis was consequently turned also into a political crisis, and because of its nature of shareholdership, Bank Central Asia had its difficulties, and the bank experienced a loss and was taken over by the government. I had been requested, because I was with the state bank, I had been requested by the government to move to Bank Central Asia and to be in charge as a temporary caretaker for the bank. Because the Bank Central Asia, had such an important role in the payment system of the country, the government decided that with all its difficulties, some branches were burned down, ATMs were also burned during the riots, then loans were impaired. But with all those difficulties, the government decided that because the role that BCA played and the competences that the bank has, that it has to survive. And the government decided to recapitalize the bank. And I had been requested to permanently move from Bank Rakyat and captain the bank as a CEO. It had been my good fortune that I had been assigned to such a fine bank and received the support of management and co-workers that, in my opinion, in terms of banking competence, are second to none. Within a year, we have been able to revive the bank, and the government had asked us to take the bank public. At that time, investors were still skeptic, and the questions that we received on a roadshow was, what? Invest in an Indonesian bank? But I think the investors that had put trust in our story had done quite well. So the shares went public at 1,400 rupiahs a share, and we had 2 times of a stock split. So if you look at the stock splits, then the shares would have cost them now 350 rupiahs a share, and at the moment the share price is above 10,000 rupiah. So investors have been doing very well. Apart from that, we have also leveraged now our business from just a commercial bank with payment settlement as its core competence into a bank that has multiple lines of business. we had brands out in corporate banking, we had brands out in consumer banking, and we now have our subsidiaries both in car financing, motorcycle financing, and insurance. So it was my good fortune that I had been stationed at a bank that had been down, but that had its core competences and was a very fine bank with very competent management and staff. So that had been really, in my opinion, that I got the award from the Asian banker. Mainly 80% of it is due to good fortune, to be stationed at a good bank. The other part was, of course, that I had the good fortune also to choose employment at a bank that had really done well in career development. Let us put it like this. To the bank, the award means quite a lot. That is to say that the award is such that it is a proof that the bank has become an institution, because I had received the award after I had after I had handed over the executive side, the CEO side of the bank, to my successor. But even after that, the bank has been doing quite well, and you still have given me the Lifetime Achievement Award, so the bank is institutionalized now. So having the award means that the bank is doing well as an institution, not because of a person. And that, of course, means a lot for the reputation of the bank. Personally, for myself, the Lifetime Achievement Award is, let us say, the crowning of my career, which now has reached its autumn when I move from an executive to a supervisory function.